All right. Just want to give all praises, glory, and honor to unto
Yeah, how
Bahashem,
Bashemi, I was shy.
Yahushua, Bahashem.
Bashemi, Dash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders, great Muslim GMS,
Can you hold this here for 1 second?
who taught us his truth and sincerity and truth. And double honors unto them. And peace and salutations unto the hopeful elect. And today this will be edifying and thought provoking in the spirit of God, Yahweh Shai. All right, so we're just gonna get into it, I guess. Right, so there's a lot of things circulating about fire, Christian doctrine, building around, saying that hell actually really exists. The underworld going back to Hades. That's not true. That lake of fire is actually going into destruction. Revelation 20 and 14. We'll start off from there. Our brothers on the opening precepts. You can get those as well. That's what we're going to start off. 20 and 14. Yeah,
Revelation 20 and 14. It reads, "And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire."
Obviously, there was another death before that. So that's going into the first death, right? The first death happened during the time of Noah. And that happened by the way of fire. Right? Water. Yeah. By water. So, yeah, obviously. It happened by water. And that was a new thing that happened on earth. Because before that, you had something called dew. Dew water the whole earth.
Go ahead.
That was its rain back then, right? So this is a
Yeah,
thing
okay,
that's
yeah,
rain
go
on the
ahead.
earth,
Lord.
that's second death, which is fire, right? So that's what it's going to, thermonuclear destruction. If you can look at the word hell, that's important too.
I have it here in the etymology if you want.
You have it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell as a noun. Nether world, abode of death of the dead. Infernal regions, place of torment for the wicked after death.
Right. So that's not talking about your afterlife. That's going to physically take place on the earth, right? So the Christian church, you like to push there's an afterlife. The Catholic church, you like to push that there's an afterlife or an underworld. No, this is actually physically happening. Right? Now, why is it? He's able to put hell upon you. That's another thing, right? That tells you how much someone can get
Revelation 1 to 18.
Yeah.
Revelation 1 to 18. And he that liveth and was dead, and behold, I am alive forevermore.
Okay, so this is talking about, let's talk about Yahushua, right? So he was alive and he was dead. So he has that ability. He knows both sides of the spectrum, right? So he's able to put life and death upon you. Keep reading.
And have the keys of hell and death.
That's right. He has the keys of hell and death. So he's able to put hell upon you and death upon you. He's able to make your life a living hell.
Mm-hmm.
He's the one that has, like he has the power. Like he's the one that sets up his kingdom. He's the Heavenly Father and Yahweh Shai.
Right.
He has the keys, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's right. He has the keys to the city. When the mayor gives you the key to the city, Yahweh Shai has all the keys. And it makes sense because he was the one that was able to loosen the seals that were on the book. So he does have the keys, right? Revelation 5. But he's able to put you to death and he's able to bring you back to life. So this hell that's coming, it's also sanctioned by the Lord, our Lord and Savior, right? He's able to put you in a miserable state. And that's what really hell is. It's a condition, right?
Yeah, because we're in hell right now. That's right. It says, because it's like we don't have the kingdom. In Matthew 6, it says, let thy will be done on heaven as in earth. We're in hell right now. Write these things which thou hast seen, and the things which are, and the things which shall be hereafter. The mystery of the 7 stars which thou sawest in the right hand, and the 7 golden candles.
Hades Strong G86. The word for English word hell, the Greek word Hades. Name Hades or Pluto, the god of the lower regions, Orcus, the netherworld, the realm of the dead. Later use of this word, the grave, death, hell.
So you see, so it really goes back to Greek mythology as well. That whole doctrine or dogma of you going to the underworld. Hades is an actual Greek god, right? So scripture doesn't comply with Greek gods. So why are you complying with Greek gods if you're reading the scriptures? So that doesn't make sense. That doctrine should be out. I think there's another definition there too.
Yeah, down in the Strongs. Properly unseen, i.e. Hades, or the place, state of departed souls, grave, hell.
That's a better definition, the last one. Grave and hell. You know that hell can represent death. It can also represent grave. That's just what that's also a good one because that's talking about the grave. So this hell that's going to go on the grave is going to rot you with death.
That's right.
Right? You're going to be put to the grave. That's right. If you get Matthew 10 to 28. Oh, you were? Okay.
Matthew 10 and 28. And fear not them, this is red letter Yahushua, and fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul, but rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Yeah, that's talking about the Father. So we just said first, the Son, he's able to put you to death and make your life a living hell. Now we're reading about the Father. That's his blessing too, or his gifts. So the only two people that have those gifts are Yahweh and Yahushua. No one else. And that's why you're supposed to fear them and you're not supposed to fear anybody else. Right? So a lot of you people, you fear hell, you fear Hades, you fear Satan. Oh, he's going to put me in hell. No, you should be fearing the Lord. Can you get Ezekiel 18 and 4 going into the souls, please?
I have a picture.
Sure, bring it out.
Chapters 3 and 20. All go unto one place. All are of the dust, and all turn to dust again. Who know the spirit of man that goeth upward, and the spirit of the beast that goeth downward to the earth. So basically, you die, like you go to the Father.
Go ahead.
When you're buried or whatever, you go directly to the throne of the Heavenly Father, and and Yahweh shine. And he judges you after things what you have done in your life, and you come back in the next 3 or 4 generations, and they come back and they have to serve out whatever punishment or things they have done. And that's what it is, right? So there's another thing of this whole Hades and this underworld where Satan has a damn pitchfork and all that shit. That's bullshit.
Like what they depict in South Park. You're going to go to hell with Saddam Hussein.
Yeah.
The devil's going to probe you. But you notice it said upward. It didn't say downward.
No.
Right? But they like to tell you everything goes downward.
Yeah.
You only go to one place. And that's where people could go. All men go to one place. The wicked, the ones that do righteous, the ones that are poor. They all go to one place, and that's where they rest. So when we go back to them, everybody's there at rest. Everybody's there at peace. Everybody's in their right mind, serving the Lord.
You want Ezekiel?
Yeah, 18.
Oh, yeah.
Because it says souls, right?
Yeah.
In Matthew 10.
This is the book of Ezekiel 18 and 4, and it reads, Behold, all souls are mine. As the soul of the Father, so also the soul of the Son is mine. The soul that shineth, it shall die.
Yeah, and that's talking about who owns you in the spirit. Right? And that's the Heavenly Father. He owns all souls. Right? So he's not going to destroy his own soul and send it out for eternity. Like, that doesn't make any sense because he's the Father of the spirits. That's like destroying himself. It makes no sense.
What? Fucking weather, man.
Psalm 139 and 8. Psalm 139, verse A, I'll read from 7. The NLT. I can never escape from your spirit. I can never get away from your presence. If I go up to heaven, you are there. If I go down to the grave, you are there.
Omnipresent. That's who controls all things. We read it. That's another good scripture that we have to bring out. That's perfect. Did you get to 1 Samuel 26?
First Samuel 2, verse 6. The Lord Yahweh killeth and maketh
Go
alive,
ahead. Go ahead.
bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord Yahweh maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up.
Right? So he can control whatever state you're in. So that's what it's going into. So this shows you the Lord is going to put you in hell. He can put you in that. And that word grave is synonymous with hell. It's brought out. Right? And that's really hell. You're being in a low state or dead. And Elder made a good point about really right now, this is our hell because it's really a tradition. You get Micah 2 and 10. But this place is our hell because it's not our rest.
That's right.
You're subject to taxes, payments. You can't follow the law, such as commandments, and rehearse the righteous acts the right way. That's hell. Because that's against us, man. We're supposed to resist and do things righteously. God is like, we can't. That's a first one. So that's hell.
It says Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. Because it is polluted, it shall destroy you, even with a sword destruction.
And how are you going to depart? Revelation 18:4. Come out of where my people. But obviously that's physical. But mentally, spiritually, we got to come out first. So it's a thought process. We need to change things. We're putting off the old man and putting on the new man.
That's right.
Being renewed daily. Right? And you come into the scriptures. You got to be like King David and the men of old, the righteous men of old. You got to meditate upon the Lord's precepts. That's how you come out of this place.
Got a quick precept going into what you say. You're subject to payments in this place, especially right now with the cameras. A lot of people are getting tickets. They don't even know, right? So this is the book of Baruch 3, verse 8, and it reads, Behold, we are here this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse. So being in this place, you're being cursed, no matter what. Even if you have a lot of money, it's not enough because you're still a peon, you're still in slave society, right? And it reads, subject to payments according to all iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, because we did against the Heavenly Father, so we've been punished.
So it's like if you're brought under this law, not sex or practice the law the right way. So you're born sinning and you don't even know it. And that's a curse on you.
Yeah.
Right? So that goes along with that. And that's why the curses, they come on us. And the Lord, He can't just change it right away for you. It's just that He can't do it back. He needs to go by His word. Right? So people get upset when they blame the Lord, saying, why did you do this to me? No, it has to play out this way because I can't. That's how it is. Oh, yeah, okay, bring that.
So this is Ephesians. Start at verse 21. If so be that ye have heard Him and have been taught by Him as the truth is in Yahushua, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man which is corrupt according to the deceit lust.
Not the old form of conversation. The form of conversation is what you're going to do in the world. Am I going to get this job? Am I going to get this bag? Or which girl am I job. That was that old conversation. But now you're into the new conversation, so holy conversation, the scriptures, and the kingdom to come. Right? So that's a part of getting out of that old man, putting away the old man.
And be renewed in the spirit of your mind, and that ye put on a new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness.
Correct, and that starts in the mind and your spirit, because your spirit is really in your mind too. Right? So it starts with your thinking process. Take care of yourself. Right? So if you're thinking and you're in a week, if you think the Lord's not going to do anything for you, then He's not going to do anything for you. If you're thinking that way, if you're thinking the Lord is going to do something for me and I'm going to be triumphant and whatever I can do, then hey, that's how it's going to play out. The Lord's going to work with you. So it starts with our
Verse 24 again. And that ye put on a new man, which after the Most High is created in righteousness and true holiness. Wherefore, putting away lying, speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are members one of another.
And that links up with Genesis 2 and 7, because that's what happened to Adam. He became a spirit. He became a living soul, and that's what happens when you come into this truth and you're refreshed. You get that in Genesis 2 and 7. That happened to Adam, and that happened to us when we came into this truth.
Yes.
Fresh, fresh life. That's the term you call it.
Genesis 2 and 7. And the Lord Yahweh power formed man of the dust of the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And man became a living soul.
This truth illuminates you. That's why when you go into Baruch 4, what does it say? Jacob, take hold of the law, statutes, and commandments, so you may live, and you may be illuminated. You can get Baruch 4, you can hold that too. But this truth makes you alive. It makes you free. It opens your mind. So you're able to see all the things that are happening out here. Yep, that's right. You were in darkness, man. Yeah. Proverbs 21 and 16. We were of a congregation of the dead. We had no understanding. You have a precept? Yeah.
This is Baruch 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
You're going to die if you leave this truth. This truth is your lifeline. Who wants to be a millionaire? You have 3 lifelines. With these two, you get 1. And that's how much you know shine. All right, so this ain't a game. This is real life. Right. Okay, and there's no runner-up prize, man. Keep going.
Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it.
Right.
Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated.
There you go. And it emphasized Jacob, you Israelites, 12 tribes, because you were given the law, statutes, and commandments. The Lord wanted to deal with you. Amos 3 and 2, He chose you out of all the families of the entire earth. So He gave it to you. Now the ball is in your hand. What are you going to do? Are you going to put the ball in the cup, or are you going to turn it over? Because that's what a lot of 2/3 want to do right now. They want to turn over the ball and live a cozy life. All right? Go on.
Give not thine honor to another, nor the things that are profitable unto thee to a strange nation.
Right.
O Israel, happy are we, for things that are pleasing to the Most High are made known unto us. Be of good cheer, my people, the memorial of Israel. We are sold to the nations, not for destruction, but because He moved the Most High to wrath.
Yes, so the Lord didn't want to destroy you. He only took you out and put you in a low state because you went away from what you were supposed to do. Right? You didn't keep your end of the bargain. So you're set up to inherit great things, and that's going to play out later on. But you got to patiently wait, and you got to endure it. You got to endure hardness like a good soldier. That's all.
Ye were delivered unto the enemies, for ye provoked Him that made you by sacrificing unto devils and not to the Most High.
That's right, because the Lord told you, when you go back to Exodus 20, thou shalt have no other powers before me. I am a jealous power. So that's the way you provoke the Lord. You provoke him to jealousy.
Yeah, that's why our people are selling. Our people is into witchcraft. Santeria, voodoo. They're worshiping all these different false gods, Selassie, Buddha, the damn Islam, what do you call it, Muhammad, you know? All false deities, all false gods, man, like Lord Jesus, man. Our people are doing all kinds of different like secret rites with these like all these occult like rituals and stuff. What these guys do, what the Gule and the Prince on Freemasons and doing all kinds of secret shit in the dark. Yeah, so that's pretty
Second answer is 3. Verse 31. You said, the Israelites, you got the bomb. Second answer is 3 and 31. I do not remember how this way may be left. Are they then of Babylon better than they of Zion? Or is there any other people like knoweth thee beside Israel? Or what generation has so believed thy covenants as Jacob? Right? Just showing you there's only one nation of people, right? Israelites. You know, yeah, there's different nations, there's other nations, but there's only one set of people. Like even wicked Jacob, deep down inside, he has a fear, right? Because it's only the Israelites that have a fear of the Lord. He may be wicked, but deep down inside, he might have a little. That's why you see Jake in the world. They'll have a Bible, and they'll have read on it. You know what I'm saying, right? But he doesn't know. He doesn't. He's bugged out, right? Verse 33, and yet their reward appeareth not, and their labor hath no fruit, right? Because one of these curses. For I have gone here and there through the heathen, and I see that they flow in wealth, and think not upon thy commandments. Right? Because these heathens be getting it. You know, the Amalek, man, that man's filthy rich. That man walks on marble, bro.
Amalek is a god.
Right?
Like you can't be saying like about these people, man.
Right?
You know, because they might flag your video.
Yeah.
You can't say nothing about these people, man. It shows that we're enslaved. You can't say none of them.
Prophecy that they're the first of the nation. Right? That's prophecy.
Like, you know, like these damn bankers, like are the guys who run the banks. These small hats are the guys that run the banks, the IMF, everything. The Rothschilds, like all these elite bankers are Amalek.
Yep.
Real quick. Numbers 24 and 20, NLT. Then Balaam looked over toward the people of Amalek and delivered this message. Amalek was the greatest of nations, but its destiny is destruction.
That was the cross.
Let me take this garment.
Oh, you don't have one?
No, the older you're using the other one. Use this one.
Oh, come. Hold on, let me put this in. This is
When we came out of Egypt, when we were in our little city. Okay.
Verse 34. Verse 34. Weigh thou therefore our wickedness now in the balance, and there is also that dwell the world, and so shall thy name nowhere be found but in Israel, right? The name of the Lord, right? The Lord's only dealing with the Israelites, man. You know, there's no ifs, and, or about it. You know, the Spirit had us throwing up in the group chat. The Spirit had us going in on Amalek, man. You know, and the whole world is going in on him right now. You know, the world's pointing him out. You're wicked. You know, you're not who you say you are. Right? Scripture say the truth shall be declared. Verse 35. Or when was it that they which dwell upon the earth have not sinned in thy sight? or what people have so kept thy commandments. Once again, the Israelites. You know, the laws were given to one people, man. That agreement, that sprinkling of blood by the hand of Moses was over one people. You know, verse 36. Here's the point. Thou shalt find that Israel by name hath kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. No Edomites, no Moabites, and a Moabite here kneeling. He was kneeling. Not. It wasn't like kneel. The Spirit had him kneel, put a leash on his mouth. He was kneeling before the prophets. You know.
We shouldn't be doing that. But it's natural to think that way sometimes because we're in the flesh. Because that's how King David was reasoned too. When you go into Psalm the 73rd chapter, it was like, wow, he wickedly and he prospered. And I become envious and jealous of that. But then, that righteous spirit kicked in later. Righteous spirit of reasoning. It's like, yeah, you know what? These people are just beasts, they're lawless. What am I talking about? But it is natural to feel that way. But you shouldn't be feeling that way all the time, man. You gotta look at the bigger picture because this is actually bigger than that.
This is Isaiah 30, starting at verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that take counsel, but not of me.
Okay, so what is rebellion, man? Because it's pointing out rebellious children. And so rebellion is as a sin of witchcraft. So we've been witches and warlocks, going against the Lord, serving these other powers and partaking in witchcraft. So that's nothing about us. We've done those things. Right? So we are the rebellious children. Anytime. Okay? And this is one on us, all this destruction. And our nation is going to go through a lot of destruction. Especially during this time of Jacob's trouble and the time of the lake of fire.
Sin to sin, that walk to go down to Egypt and have acts at my mouth to strain themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
That's right, and we are in Egypt 2.0. Ocean 11 and 8, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt all over again. You know it's Egypt because you got all these obelisks connected. You got people practicing Egyptian lifestyle, taking wicked things, wicked events, right? And that's what our people are delving into. That's what they're trusting in. That's why they go down onto Pharaoh, which Pharaoh are the modern day leaders, like the presidents, Trump, the bankers. People are voting for Trump, man, thinking that he's going to solve all your problems. And Trump doesn't want to do anything for you. So now you're going to catch hell because really you're supposed to be going to who? Yahweh Shai. Psalms 124. If it hadn't been for our power, we would have been overtaken by the flood and the waters, man. Right? So that's what you got to rely on, man. To fight your battle.
A lot of these people, they're regretting not so-called quote. Trump back in office. Now that he's back in office, it's just time to get harder and harder. They're using that to continue to rise in price. So that shows you that you can't rely on people, you can't rely on good. Just rely on how he's a man that doesn't change. So it's the same. Continuing, I'll read verse 2 again. This is Isaiah 30, verse 2. That walk to go down into Egypt and have not acts of my mouth to straighten themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shade, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
Yeah, because what comes with that shadow is really the shadow of death.
Oh,
You know what? Yeah.
That's why we leave our when we're stepping through our doors out to venture out into this matrix, the shadow of death. Gotta throw out them prayers, man. You know?
Verse 4. For his princes were at Zion, his masters came to Hades, and were all ashamed of the people that could not. The beast of the flying serpent, they will carry their riches upon the shoulders of young asses, and the treasure on the of camels. To the people that shall be Egyptian to no purpose, therefore have this. Their strength is to sit still.
The hedge of angels are going to be on the Lord. I mean, not on the Lord. On those that trust the Lord.
Verse 8. Now go, write it before them in a table and a note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
That's right. And Jake wants to hear lies. Jake don't want to be told the truth.
Come.
And that's why Yahushua came back and said, that's how you can get the prophets, man. Just for telling the truth, and not speaking the truth. The scripture says, well, like you rooted speech, I don't lack in knowledge, man. And that's all you should be concerned about. Just bringing the truth. He's saying the right thing. What's up? There's no objection. And people don't care about that. You'd rather be told that hell exists, and then you want to follow these pastors around and then give your tithes. But then he goes home, lives in his mansion, how much the world worth, and then you're broke. And then when you're broke, you ask him for money, he doesn't give you shit. But you're okay with that. But when we come out here and tell you the truth, you're mad. People are crazy, man. That's Jade, man.
Verse 11. Get ye out of the way. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, as the Holy One of Israel to cease from behind us. Wherefore, thus said the Holy One of Israel, because you despise this word and trust in oppression and perseverance, your perverseness, and stay thereon.
Like when you're not supposed to be taxed out the wazoo, not supposed to be taxed on your wages, so people trust in that. You know, in our Hebrew economy, you're not going to be taxed on things like that. You're able to live free. You're taxed for the air that you breathe. People like that. You go to the gas station, you have to pay to put air in your tire. What the hell is that, man? Air is all around us. Why do you got to pay for that?
$2.
Okay.
$2.
Like you have to pay for Wi-Fi, you know, electricity, water. You have to pay fucking rent or mortgage. You have to pay Netflix. If you sell on eBay, they tax it right. If you sell, right? You sell things on eBay, they'll take out the tax, right? Sure. You know?
you're selling your shit on eBay and your taxes going up.
It's nowhere wrong.
Sirach 13, verse 23. Ecclesiastes 13:23. When a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue, and look, what he said, they extol it to the cloud, but the poor man speaketh, they say, what fellow is this? And if he stumble, then will help it. Then they will help to overthrow it. That's why these churches and these celebrities or whatever, they're really don't give a shit about us Israelites, especially men of us, like great millstone, pushing the truth. Like these people should be trying to help the apostles. They should be trying to help they should be trying to help the ministry.
That's right. Another thing about them listening to the rich man and denying the poor man is like that example of Bill Gates. There is Bill Gates was given these honorary doctorates, which he's not even a real doctor. He was given a degree, and that's just because he's rich. People still listen to him. He doesn't know anything about health, but he's telling you to take the vaccine and all these things. But people eat it up.
Yeah. You gotta say that.
Oh yes.
Hey, what these people are going to find out is that what they fund or what they support or what they donate is going to crime. When you fund it every year, you're funding, you give the money to the poppy guy. That's for war. When you give money to the Red Cross, that's for child delivery.
Yep.
You get a child delivered right to your doorstep. Right? This place is wicked. When you people find out that later today, you're gonna be like, damn, that's what I've been supporting. Yeah, that's what you've been supporting your whole life. Right? Just like Pepsi. If you know what Pepsi means,
Upside down.
right? If you know what Pepsi means,
What does
that's right.
Pepsi mean?
No, it doesn't matter. Go ahead, buddy.
Why are you guys so unfriendly?
No, we're not unfriendly. We're just
Yeah, no,
the
a
brothers,
couple
he's teaching.
times
He's
I
teaching.
came by and I said like, "Hey, what's up?" And like, you
Yeah,
guys
so
were
you're being taxed a
unfriendly.
lot, man.
Go on.
The taxes too. Like if you look at all your roads and infrastructure, nothing's getting fixed, but you keep paying taxes into this place.
Mhm.
They're taking that money and building underground cities. $21 trillion.
Hey, like all
That's
the
happening in
people,
America.
like all the people that say they don't support the small hatters. When you look at all your produce, you either see
Yeah.
J or you see the
Oh,
COR.
I think it,
So
yeah.
we all are supporting them and their exploits.
Oh, you got some good stuff over there too. You know, I don't know like why you guys are so against like talking to people because you don't know these thoughts.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy
You
wanted
know,
six.
there's a reason I'm talking to you too.
So we're gonna get this. That guy wanted 6. That's going into
What is just not looking at people in the eye?
Okay.
Sirach 12:1. When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it.
That's right.
So shalt thou be fed for thy benefit.
That's right.
Mhm.
No, why wouldn't a man look someone in the eyes when they speak? Huh? Think about that. Think about that. Why wouldn't a man?
Verse 2, do good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense, and if not from him, yet from the Most High.
You guys meditate on that.
Legally unto a
And
righteous
a
man.
real man
So,
looks
yeah,
a man in
you
the
know,
eyes
giving,
when they speak
donations
to him,
to,
whether they like him or
prophets,
not.
men of the Lord,
Think about
giving
that.
them food, giving
Think
them
about that
shelter.
when you fall asleep tonight. Why doesn't a man look at another man in the eyes? You ever read the
That
Bible?
guy wanted 6.
Right,
He have so much and bringing little.
that's right.
He eat but have not enough to eat drink.
That's right. You work from sun up to sundown, and you don't have enough. That doesn't make any sense. Making minimum wage doesn't make any sense. You can't provide for yourself. But you've sown so much with little.
It's like that's why there's either Rockefeller, one of the top bankers, he has a quote where he's like, he that works all day has no time to make money.
Mm. Yeah.
That's what
True.
you're saying is a wage.
Yeah.
Those people that do
14 hours.
factory, you know,
Yeah.
oh, I told my 12 hours,
Yeah.
14 hours shift. I did overtime.
Yeah.
I got 72 hours.
Yeah.
You're broke as fuck, man.
You're
Because you're
fucked.
taxed more.
You're killing yourself.
When
Yes.
you work more, you're
Yeah.
taxed
Yeah.
more.
Yep.
Yeah, 2 jobs, 3
Mhm.
jobs. Yeah, that's what they, you know.
My hustle.
Can I
Hustle
get this?
side.
Or you have more? Yeah, go ahead.
Haggai 1:6. He have sown much and bring in little. He eat, but have not enough. He drink, but ye are not filled with drink. He clothe, but there is none warm. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Because your wages are being taxed. You know, that's why holes and beholes. You got a hand in your pocket, and that's these bankers, and they let you know in the commercials. I remember a commercial growing up. It was called AIG Bank. That was the bank, and it said hands in your pockets, hands in your pocket. It was a common working man. The banker had his hand in his pocket, back pocket the whole time. And that's what they do. They tax you. They bring all these miscellaneous fees, and then at the end of the day, you're left with nothing in your bank account.
Or if they give you a loan, let's say you're broke, you go to like, you go to one of those like Western Union or Money Card, and they give you like a loan of like 1,000. Let's say you like you get charged on big interest.
Yes.
High interest. Right? So let's say like you have $1,000, right? Loan, but that loan probably goes up to 3,000, 4,000, and it keeps going up if you don't pay.
In the banks, they have a fee every month that they charge you when you use the debit card. One of the bullshit, right? So it doesn't matter how much money you put. Oh, I have this much money in there, but he's tax you there. You take your way.
Yeah, or you might have a credit card. You might have like some good money in your credit card. Or let's say like you default and you miss like 2 payments, you're fucked.
Yep.
You know, then you lose your
Credit score.
and all that.
Yeah, it's known as predatory lending.
Mm-hmm.
You accumulate the interest rate.
Mm-hmm.
Charges.
Yes.
I'm gonna fight too.
What?
Because this is a Christian nation, but you're not supposed to usurp your Christian brother. Charge interest. You know, usury, not usurp. You're not supposed to usurp your brother. Right?
But Esau, because we become basically like we basically Jacob was supposed to do it amongst each other. So it's like we could have built on the evil. So Esau doing it for us. And he knows that we're the Israelites, you know.
Same thing with the gold. Right? It's not a true 16 ounce. It's 12 ounce. Right? So you're buying something that's supposed to be a pound or an ounce. It's like an ounce of gold. It's not what you're buying.
That was it? This is Matthew 10:41. He that receiveth a prophet in the name of a prophet shall receive a prophet's reward. And he that receiveth a righteous man in the name of a righteous man shall receive a righteous man's reward. Right? Just going into what the brothers were talking about, because if you people treated these men that you see on the corner righteously, then you will get righteousness. You will get righteousness, even if it's just a cup of water. But you people look down upon us. Right? This is verse 42. And whosoever shall give to drink unto one of these little ones a cup of cold water, only in the name of a disciple, verily I say unto you, he shall in no wise lose his reward.
Blessings and giving on to the men of the world. Good blessings. It's helping that man, you're helping push the gospel as well.
Huh?
It's a beautiful thing. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here for. We're ready to serve y'all while you're
This is from ChatGPT about why Yahweh Shai not go to the money changer's table, right? It says exploitation of worshipers. People coming to worship, especially during Passover, had to exchange Roman coins which bore the image of the emperor and were considered idolatrous for temple currency to buy sacrificial animals. The money changers often charged exorbitant fees, exploiting the devout to their surcharge.
Have a good precept.
Adjustments.
This is Psalm 11 and 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, and a just weight is the light. This is so this whole world, this whole society is based on usury, and just exploit you, because they're not really getting like the benefits, of working and all. It's all just it's all bullshit.
That damn hamster wheel, man. Every day. Oh man, if I miss a day, I'm gonna be in the red. When you're in the red, you're in the red even when you're in the red period. You're just disillusioned, So we live in this matrix, tax on everything. Look, right before the election, gas was $1.16, $1.15, and they made a big announcement. Oh, the carbon tax is going away. Right when they have the election, and it's right back to $1.40 a liter right now, bro. And everyone just passively accepting that shit.
That's right.
It shows it's heavy black magic, witchcraft, and sorcery. These people believe in the American dream and the banking system.
Yep.
But you don't benefit when you put your money in the bank.
Nope.
Because every time you make a deposit, they're investing your money recklessly.
They do.
Things that you don't even know about.
That's
They
right.
do.
So you can go to the bank one day and ask for your money, and they may not have it, and they're not liable to give it to you. You won't even get in trouble.
Why you need it?
So why trust in something like that? Yeah.
I want a letter.
Go ahead.
I gotta call the manager.
Yeah, let's say we have like you have like $20,000 you're trying to take on the bank. It's like it's like they have to verify, and like you have to wait a couple business days, So it's like so Esau more than our money.
Yeah. You saw that in Greece when they were going through their
yes.
financial problems. Everybody picked up. They're like, you know what? I got to go to the bank and take it out.
Take it out.
And then they have something called capital restriction. That just simply means okay, if everybody's going to do a bank run, no, I can't give you your money because if we do that, the bank in the country will bring a financial collapse.
Yep.
So why trust in a system like that?
That's right.
It makes no sense.
That's right. You have to dam rates and flows out.
That's right.
That's right. That's right. This is Proverbs 16 and 11 NLT. The Lord Yahweh demands accurate scales and balances. He sets the standards for fairness. A king detests wrongdoing, for his rule is built on justice.
That's how he's doing that too. Exploiting our people in the doing some heavy labor, and like they're getting paid a low wage. Even in Africa too, like the blood diamonds and all that. Like when they go to the mines and stuff, and they get paid like less than $1. And like an average go to these mines and shit.
Where I live, they have gypsies. Certain fields, and there's certain parts where it has to be wrapped. It's tight, it has to be on it. Rolls of it. It's all just a cart there. Hard labor. And then they go to Walmart and the shit went up. Everything went up this year. Every year they come, they're like, yo, this shit's getting worse. How can I even send the money back? How can I collect money to bring back home? Because I know, Walmart, all these stores.
I look for the reset.
This is Leviticus 25 and 36. Take no usury of him or increase, but fear thy power, that thy brother may live with thee.
That's the second greatest commandment. Love your brother before thyself, just as you would love yourself. So you wouldn't defraud the Lord, would you? You don't invest in your money. It's not. So why would you invest in your money?
not give him my money upon usury, nor let him thy victuals for increase.
That's right, victuals. And that's going into like food and provisions, which that's bullshit. You know, that's like trinkets. You don't want to do that. And that's what the so-called dude does to you, Jakes, right? First of all, he will tell you, I'm going to make you famous, right? He makes you famous, and then after he makes you put on a show in a stadium or arena, but then he owns all the little vendors that are there. So all those people, millions of people come to watch you. You're the attraction.
You're
but
the
then
prize.
he's making millions off of all these vendors. Every time they sell a hot dog, they make money. You
$10.
don't. You don't.
$10 for one.
Yeah. Crazy, man.
Yeah, $20 a beer, $15 a beer. It's just ridiculous. Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that, man. To people, victuals. That's how you're treated.
Yeah, that's right.
And then proclaim on their God and God we trust. You know? They do everything outside of the scriptures, man.
That's right.
You know, I'm like, man, God. This is Micah 6, verse 10. Are there yet the treasures of wickedness in the house of the wicked, and the scant measure that is abominable? Shall I count them pure with the wicked balances and with the bag of deceitful weights? Right? All deception, man. All deceit. They're coin clipping with their taxes 2%, 1%, 0.1%, side note. Right? Their banking fees. Everybody pays like minimum $16 for $20 a month on banking fees. Right?
Yeah.
Right? It's wicked. And where does the money go? Amalek's pocket. Right? It doesn't go to work. It's not in a chest, a kitty, a fund for the unfortunate. You know, there's people starving, there's people dying. It's in our law that you're not supposed to reap the whole field, reap the corners. Right?
And he throws his food in the garbage.
Yeah.
And now he's locking the garbage.
Yeah.
Now they're putting locks on garbage. You know how cold that is?
Yeah.
The food's already in the garbage. You put a lock on the garbage.
It's just at the end of the night.
Yeah.
That's savage, bro.
You give that away.
That's cold blooded, bro. That's cold blooded. Damn, bro.
I got a quick one. This is Nehemiah 5 and 6 NLT. When I heard their complaints, I was very angry. After thinking it over, I spoke out against these nobles and officials. I told them, you are hurting your own relatives by charging interest when they borrow money. Then I called a public meeting to deal with the problem.
Hey, because guess what that does to you? It puts you on a hamster wheel, like what we're on now, where we pay monthly or bi-weekly. We no longer have ownership. But isn't that what his name said? He said that they will owe nothing and love it and be happy, right? So that's what we're living like, because we can never catch up.
No.
Because really and truly, you start to live when you own. When you have a house now you get to relax. Now you can live. Now I can plant. Now I can grow. Now I can start a family. The reason why we really don't have women, we don't have children, because you're at work. How could you be a father? You're always at work. How could you have a woman? You're always at work. And you can't have a woman because she's always at work. You can't have children because they're always at school. So all these things is letting you know you don't have anything, you're not truly living, because your children are really supposed to be homeschooled.
That's a tactic that they pull the family apart.
Yeah.
What you just said. That's a tactic to pull the family unit apart.
Oh, but we got you though. We got a school.
Yeah.
So don't worry, we got daycares.
That's the common reason, a theme why women cheat, right?
Yes.
You never see,
Yes.
you never,
Yes.
Even though a man can do anything to yourself, but like how men are just,
I agree.
office work,
Yeah.
whatever kind of work you do, you're just occupied, I'm on this flight, I'm here.
Yeah.
Yep.
You got to deal with a woman too.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
There's a thing about duty of marriage.
Duty of marriage.
If
Verse 8, at the meeting, I said to them, we are doing all we can to redeem our Israelite relatives who have had to sell themselves to pagan foreigners. But you are selling them back into slavery again. How often must we redeem them? And they had nothing to say in their defense. See, so these were Israelite officials, man, nobles, you know, and they were always making money off Jake Simmons.
That's right.
And it's the same thing today.
It's the same thing.
With the Harlot House.
Yeah. On IUIC.
Yep.
They sell concepts, they sell this, they sell that.
Yep.
So you can't start a kids.
Breakdowns. You have
Breakdowns.
people selling prayers.
Yep.
You want a Hebrew name? That's 15 USD. Brother.
That's crazy, man.
And that's how these churches are all throughout the world. They're going to Africa. They're going all over the place. That was it. You have something? Yeah, how about James? James 5:1. Okay. Go to now the rich men. James 5:1. Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. Your riches are corrupted, and your garments are moth-eaten. You can read the church, I think it's America or Canada, and they can still come for you for taxes.
Yes.
You
Yes.
can abolish your citizenship, and they can still come for you.
Yep.
Yes.
You know? And if that country that you're in has a treaty with them for extradition, they can extradite
They
you.
can extradite you.
So it's a corrupt system. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you. So these shall burn up all these riches, man. He has all these like these private vaults where they're pouring up trillions of dollars treasures. But you know, but it's gonna be converted onto the onto Yahweh Shai and onto his elect. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you.
Well, to be honest, they own everything now. They've already got it. There's nothing more, right? Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than hearts could. They have everything.
That's chess piece.
Yeah, it's MLTV.
He's about to
They
fill-
got everything.
He's about to fill his
Belly.
He's right there. He's
Yo.
about to get that last
Bro.
one.
Bro, that fat bastard.
And the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have deep treasures together for the last days.
Yep.
So that's why the international bankers, like the Rothschild family, the Bauer family, right? They've been powerful over 500 years. And like the Rothschild family, like they're elite banking family that started with like Mara Amschel Bauer, which started I think in the 16 or 1700s. And they basically like he used his sons to go like set up like these bankers or like these banks throughout England, I believe France, and like Belgium, Germany. You know, your gold and silver is cankered, and the rest of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. You have keep treasures together for the last days. Hey, because you got to think, do prices of goods ever go down?
Never.
It's going up. Why is this steadily increase? Because you see, right? Like I went to Shoppers Drugstore. I wanted the chocolate. I wanted like the 70% chocolate, like the Swiss chocolate. Right? It's $7 fucking for one.
Yeah.
That's why I'm like fuck that. I'm not buying that shit.
Yeah, man.
Inflation, man.
These 2 for 7.
Yeah. Going up. You gotta ask yourself, why doesn't shit go down? So why am I being paid? It's a game, right? Oh, wages are going up. Oh yeah.
It's okay.
No, bro, that's way behind. You're way behind.
Yeah, we're way behind.
Way behind.
Yeah.
It's a constant teeter totter. And the ultimate point of this is the balloon's gonna pop.
Yeah.
That's why it doesn't go down. You know, everything just keeps going. So you're still getting paid for the same shit, right? You're grinding more than ever, and you're behind more than ever.
And you know who's going to lose the most? You people that trusted in the system. It's not going to be the people. Hey, you think this society collapse is going to affect a bum on the street? No, it's going to affect you people that trusted in the system. You people are going to be affected the most. And you women. Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah, come.
Stop.
Come.
Behold, the hire of laborers who have reaped down their field, which all you kept back by fraud, cry, and the cries of them, the cries of them which have reaped, entered into the ear of the Lord of the Sabaoth. So Esau has, for hundreds of years, he a lot of benefits, man. The transatlantic slave trade, him, these conquistadors and these Jesuits coming over to the New World and establishing themselves.
Yeah, the World Wars.
World War, everything.
World
man.
War I, World War II.
Yeah.
Just the fur trade.
Yes.
The one that they did.
Scalping.
Where did they go? Was it Ecuador? What was that war? Where they funded that war with the crack? Nicaragua. Right? So they killed two birds with one stone. The Contras. So they destroyed the hoods with the crack and the guns, and then they got to fund Nicaragua, like the elder said, and they found out how they could take over governments and set up puppet leaders, and they've been doing that for the past how long now, man?
And that's Esau's spirit. When you check his spirit, there was an Edomite that was stirred up. Because I forget his name, but he ran from David. David and the captain. Where's the captain? Joab. They're killing all Edomites. He like to I forget his name, but like it's an Amalekite. Done. And he fled to Egypt, and he usurped their authority pretty much. He was loved second to the Pharaoh. Wow. Because that's Esau's spirit. Same thing with during the time of the Persians and the Greeks, the Macedonians. Esther, right? He was beloved of the people. How?
That's right.
During the time of Esther as well. Hey guys. Right? He was of the king's lineage, all the way back to Amalek.
That's right.
How did he? Because he's that guy that pops up.
Yep.
You know,
His words are smoother than butter.
Softer than oil, bro. That's his spirit. That's how he comes up. So people are like, well, how did he take over Japheth? And because that's the spirit.
Serpent.
You know?
Yeah.
He usurped the Mizraimites, the Egyptians.
Yep.
He usurped the Persians.
Yep.
He usurps everybody.
Yes, he
Why?
does.
Because Genesis 3:1. He's a sometime creature.
He usurped all the things. He started with Eve.
That's right.
Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanton. Ye have nourished
Oh,
your heart.
he usurped us with credit cards. He's great, man. Yo, he's a salesman.
Yeah, he is.
You get a letter, capital 1 in the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah, card.
You're down. You might need it.
Yeah.
You're looking at
Yeah.
it. You're thinking about it.
Yeah. Got you.
Gotcha.
Buy some stuff.
$500 today, $1,000 today.
Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and been wanted. Ye have
Instant approval.
Yeah, instant approval.
5 minutes, no credit.
Card,
Yeah.
no credit check.
Ye have nourished your heart as in the day of slaughter. Ye have condemned and killed the just, and ye have up and resisted. That's what they did to the American natives. Sorry, the national. Sorry, the natives and Reuben. Also, the mountain tribes, man. He killed millions of people that were being massacred. Man.
He's doing that now through our food. Our food is poison. We're not. We can't resist you. I literally know, like I'll be buying these eggs. And I'm like, how did they get this egg so cheap? Because I go to No Frills, right? When you go to the more expensive stores, free range, that's free. Those are more expensive. But you go to No Frills because you're poor, and you're like, how is this only $9.99 for a pack of 30? Or how is this only $3 for the 12?
Yeah.
This can't be real. It's just fake as hell, bro. All of it is fake, man. None of it's real, bro.
How much meat McDonald's eats a day to make a burger?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It's impossible.
McDonald's, Burger King, awesome, man. A&W.
Yeah.
Around the clock.
fuck, bro?
24/7.
Awesome, man. That many burgers a day.
Like, you
That
know,
was so crazy. Like,
On
period.
trucks.
Yes.
Trucks driving through city to city.
Possible, man.
like how
Brand
this one
new
is
people.
trafficking. I was watching a video on TikTok. I see on my feed sometime of the rabbi guy, like Rico Stein, and he goes into he like goes to like the McDonald's and basically
What they do?
Like how the meat's prepared. It's not human meat that we're eating. It's not human meat. Sorry, it's actually human meat. Like they made a movie back in the day called Soylent Green. Therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord, behold, the husbandman waited for the purchase of the earth, and have long patience for it, until he receive the earth and gather it. That's what we're hoping to get as members of the elect. Right? Because this verse is totally out of course. It's totally wicked. It's big less. Isaiah 24 says the earth faded and language. You know, so this place is done. You know, you barely have nutrients in your food.
Yep.
Right? That's why people are so nutrient deficient.
Yep. All the damn trees are male trees. So then the pollen and shit.
Yeah.
So that's why everybody has allergies, man. All damn male trees, man.
Esau's wicked,
Even
man.
nature's going through the
The
LGBT.
man's against nature.
Shit, yo.
It's against nature. And she shall rejoice.
Yeah,
Like,
God.
if they're month tomorrow. Yeah. It says, be also patient, establish your heart, your mind, from the coming of the Lord draweth nigh. And none of our patiently waiting for, man. You know, even though it seems like we're catching hell.
But we are. I'm saying.
We are catching hell.
Hey, we're only renewed by the Spirit,
Yeah.
but we're like we
we're
always
broken.
say, we're done, man.
So we're broken.
Yeah, we're broken, man. Shit. Like the brother just brought out, the poor does not resist. We can't even resist. Shit, man.
The gold rush. How much money did they get? They got billions from the gold rush.
Oh yeah, easily.
Where did all that gold?
Huh?
In California. There's other states. Maybe California.
What do you call it? Damn Utah, like with the Mormons, they're very rich too, right? But off of killing the natives, right? And establishing that whole Mormon church, or more that moron church.
How much money did they get off of diamonds? Diamonds alone, and diamonds is bullshit.
That's it. They trick people.
And who runs
They
it?
created a fucking business.
Amelie.
Yeah.
They created a business of
Yeah.
scarcity.
Yes.
Who else can do that?
God. God.
Like that's crazy.
God.
It's like taking dandelion and saying, "Oh, it's so precious."
Yeah.
Exactly.
It grows
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yep.
The same thing.
Hey, like in New Orleans, they had something called tulip mania, right? That used to be currency, tulips, right? And that's what they do, man. They make things that are not precious rise and collapse, man. They learn how to do something in economy known as boom and bust, and that there's insider trading, right? So right now we're in an economic boom when it comes to Canadian housing, the housing market, but it's going to bust soon because it's unaffordable. So and they just keep throwing up condos for who? For who?
No.
They shall build, but
All destroyed.
I think in Malachi or 4,
God.
said that they shall build, but I will throw down.
Who you building condos for? The condos are $2,500, $3,000 a month, $4,000 a month. Who's
For
paying
one
for it?
bedroom, for one bedroom.
Who's affording it?
Not even.
You have
Two
people.
bucks.
Yeah.
You have people in the States that are doing down payment plans on clothes, on designer clothes. What the heck? This place is out of whack, man.
The new thing is they're putting groceries on labor.
God.
That's why it's not
Hey, what's it called? It's a Karma or Karma or something. Like when you go online, you can put everything on layaway through the app. It's so crazy. Yeah, they did have that. Yeah. It's an app.
On Amazon, if something that costs $100, you can split up.
Yeah, you can
The
split it in
payment.
4. Yeah, God.
And that's a thing where if you don't pay on time,
Interest rates,
Incurring fees.
38%.
You ever get so pissed when you got an NSF charge?
Oh
Yeah,
man,
yeah, yeah.
What?
$49,
Yeah.
sometimes $69.
Like,
And then
you know how much money that is?
you have to go like to the bank.
No. Fuck this devil, man.
You know what? There's glad tidings, glad endings,
That's right.
right? Better is the end of a thing than the beginning.
Ecclesiasticus.
You gotta pay like a hundred city for fucking internet banking.
yeah.
You know, your phone bill, high as fuck. Water bill, electricity.
I think if you live in a house, he charge you something called rain.
In Toronto, yeah.
In Toronto,
It's a
yes.
municipal code.
Yes.
It's a law, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Rain tax.
Rain tax.
That's wicked, man. It's wicked.
This is Ecclesiasticus 12:10. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness.
And that's what they always brought up. I was looking at a good point about Haman, all those Edomites that rose up through the ranks, defending the king and the nobles. Yes, we can't trust them.
Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him.
Like, yeah, he's going to fend him up. He's going to stick smooth words on his teeth. His words are smooth as going like butter, right? That's how he does things. He befriends you. He comes in like a subtle serpent. Look at you, see it.
Let's get a beer, brother. My best friend's black.
That spirit of Edomite bloggers when they go to different countries. You know, they come with, you know.
They're cool. No, they're cool as hell. They're cool as hell, man. They're cool as hell, bro. I don't care what nobody tells me.
They're making fun.
Yeah, Edomite is cool until he's not.
Yeah.
Dexter.
Yeah. Hey, and that's what's happening to a lot of Jakes. That happened to a Jake in Mississauga. We talked about this a couple months ago, where they said he drowned. See, but they're cool. You know, he probably probably saw the mansion, pool party, drinks. Yo, I bet when I was young, I used to go to parties like that with Edomites, bro. This white guy, his house, he had an inside pool, and from the inside pool, you could go to the outside pool on the inside. A door open, the door closed, and it opened. Yeah.
He's all living life.
He's all living good, bro.
What's up, bro? Anything you want?
Yeah, go ahead. Bro, they're cool.
As he should.
Yo, they can trick you, man. It's true, man.
Verse 10. Now he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him.
Hey, like when you're working with Esau, Christmas time, he buys you gifts.
Yeah.
He'll buy you a bottle of liquor, wine. He takes everybody to dinner.
Gift cards.
And you're nice. You don't even remember that he taxes you for the whole year. And you're just like, oh, I'm good. I love this guy. Not knowing that's still your money. He's using your money.
And thou shalt be unto him. And if thou hadst wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away. So him not by thee, these when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place.
Yes.
Neither let him sit at thy right hand.
Hey, and that's why you brothers on the highways and byways all around the world, you're winning. You know why you're winning? You're winning because he can't overthrow the spirit. The Most High hasn't been a spiritual quagmire. He wants us to do something carnal, but this society is not going to be overthrown carnally. It's going to be overthrown spiritually. So he's like, fuck, what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
There's nothing for him to do because he can't infiltrate the spirit. Whatever we're saying, whatever's coming out of our mouth, he doesn't know how to decipher. He's fucked.
AI glasses, they can't read. They can't read the spirit. You know what I mean? The AI, the 6G is not going to be able to quantify and see
God,
what's going on.
God,
That's the most high.
it's the Most High. It's Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. That's right, man.
Hey, because that's what he wants to do. Oh, he's in the theta brainwave state.
Yep.
He's nervous now. You know, like
Yep.
he had the polygraph machine.
Polygraph.
But now they can read everything through the eye. They can read everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, your brain, everything, brainwave, all that shit. So he can remember that guy Schwab. He said, imagine here we're sitting.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
We can talk to you.
They show you that new TV series, Black Mirror.
And that's how you know Esau knows what his blessing was supposed to be. He's trying to tap back into his blessing, and he's just like, okay, Yahweh, if you're not going to give it to me, I'm going to create it.
That was it.
Yeah, there's more.
Okay, enough the verse. And if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust has not been altogether wiped away.
Hey, just like us being on the highways and byways, this is through his law. We're allowed to do this because of his law, and he'll defend that law. We can call him. Somebody comes up and bothers us, we can call him, and Esau will be like, nope, that is their right. Ask the elder. Yo, us and some cops, we're cool. They used to come down to Dundas, the bar knows, some of the brothers know. The cops used to come and defend us. Hey, you guys get the fuck out of here. Don't bother these guys. Don't bother them. They used to come and defend us. Thinking that they're your friend. And now look now they want us off the corner. Now they're passing laws about censorship now.
This is the account. Right? This is First Kings 11 and 14 NLT. Then the Lord Yahweh raised up Hadad the Edomite, a member of Edom's royal family, to be Solomon's adversary. Right? Because during this time, Solomon was already going on. So the Lord was already shaking things up.
Yeah. Show their weakness.
That's right. Years before, David had defeated Edom. Joab, his army commander, had stayed to bury some of the Israelite soldiers who had died in battle. While there, they killed every male in Edom. Joab and the army of Israel had stayed there for 6 months, killing them. But Hadad and a few of his father's royal officials escaped and headed for Egypt. Hadad was just a boy at the time. They set out from Midian and went to Paran, where others joined them. Then they traveled to Egypt and went to Pharaoh, who gave them a home, food, and some land.
Wow.
Well,
Wow.
you're not just gonna roll up.
Wow.
That's, you know,
Wow.
that's
Wow.
shortcut. Wow. You know? How do you just roll up and you get your land
Wow.
in a house?
Wow. He talked them into it.
Verse 19, Pharaoh grew very fond of Hadad, and he gave him his wife's sister in marriage,
Yo.
the sister of Queen Tahpenes.
And we did that. We did that during the Dark Ages. It's true. Yeah. Yep.
Right? It says she bore him a son named Genubath, and that's an Edomite.
That's an Edomite.
He used a chocolate-covered Edomite.
Yep.
Because the mother was dark as hell, Mizraim.
Yep.
You know, the Sudanese. Right? So she bore him a son. Tahpenes raised him in Pharaoh's palace among Pharaoh's own sons.
Wow. Wow.
Right? That was the point. That's
Wow.
just the thing,
This is Esther 3:1. After these things, did King Ahasuerus promote Haman, the son of Metathan? And
Hey, and remember, when we go through all these countries and we see the leaders, they might be prime ministers, they might be presidents. The majority of them are Edomites.
Mm-hmm.
They might be in Latin America, they might be in Africa, and it'll be all natives of that land. But the leader is a damn Edomite, and they love him. Vote him in for years and years, term
Yeah.
after term.
Well, even the president of El Salvador. His
The
parents,
woman?
the guy, his
Oh, it's a guy. I'm
parents
sorry.
are from
Mexico,
Palestine.
the woman, yeah.
Yeah, the girl from Mexico, yes.
But El Salvador?
He's go back to Palestinian. His
Oh,
father.
wow.
Yeah, came back from there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fine.
And advanced him and set his seat above all the princes that were with him. And all the king's servants that were in the king's gate bowed and reversed Haman, for the king had no command concerning him. But Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverse. Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, why transgressing thou the king's commandment? Now it came to pass.
That's because he saw everybody really well. Because we messed up that. And it's still really hard to not do that. And that's how I feel about you devils too. That's how I'm out here. Not bowing down to you. That's it. Yeah, that was it. That was it. I got a precept just to go into that as well. This is Acts.
Hey, and they're mad. You made a really good point because they're mad because we're telling our people not to bow down to one thing. We've bowed down to birth certificates. We've bowed down to payment plans. We've bowed down to credit cards. We've bowed down to your school system. But we're not going to bow down to your MOTB. And you're mad. You people are mad. That's the one thing we're not bowing down to the society about is the MOTB. That's it. You guys got us. We tell our people that you got us. We're not telling our people to rebel. We just tell our people what's going to happen to them if they take the MOTB. That's it. And you mad.
Edomite is what by? He's born by white.
Yeah.
And his son looking like the mother.
That's the spirit. But that's the Edomite.
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. She hit the jackpot.
What?
Quick precept. This is Acts chapter 12, verse 20, and it says NLT. Now Herod was very angry with the people of Tyre and Sidon, so they sent a delegation to make peace with him because their cities were dependent upon Herod's country for food. Just like us, we're dependent on this guy, one of all things.
Yes.
That's a curse. It says delegates won the support of Blastus, Herod's personal assistant, and an appointment with Herod was granted when the day arrived. Herod put on his royal robes, sat on his throne, and made a speech to them. The people gave him a great ovation, shouting, "It's the voice of God, not of a man." Instantly, the angel of Yahweh struck Herod with a sickness because he accepted the people's worship instead of giving the glory to the Messiah, for he was consumed with the love of God. Just brought that up because he's usurping how friendly he gets with the kings and the nobles of this earth. If he puts himself above the Yahweh Shem Shai, he will get taken down. And that's what we're going to see in these last days. Because he's calling himself a God, especially through his technology. So he's got it coming to him.
Isaiah 14. Yeah. Isaiah 14, fallen from heaven.
Yeah, that's it.
In the 90s, you got an Amalekite around saying he's the Messiah. The Lord gave him a stroke and dropped him. They had this guy's face everywhere. And the Muslims do that too. They sing it around the city. I don't know if you guys see that. Oh, the Savior's here.
Yes.
They have a car or truck with his face. Yeah.
Yep, they do.
That's why it says, many shall say, Christ. Right? You got a guy in Florida back in the day, this black tribe saying, I'm Jesus.
Yep.
I'm Jesus.
Yeah, people
I think he
believe.
dropped that too.
Yeah, of course they did.
Okay, I'll take that since I quoted that. This is Matthew 24, verse 3, and it says, "And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, what shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the world?" And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you. Many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahushua, I shall receive many. He shall hear of wars, and rumors of wars, see that he be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. The end is not yet.
That's right.
The nation shall rise against nation, kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines, pestilences, earthquakes in diverse places. Well,
They just said there's a new
Very.
COVID-19.
Yep.
No way.
Yeah.
I didn't hear it.
where
Sure. Hey, but to be honest, there is something because everybody in my circle, people I know, are getting sick. Even I'm sick. So something could be. Sure. The weather's all fucked. Sure. It's crazy.
Isaiah chapter 14, verse 12. It says, starting at verse 11, it says, Thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vials and worms fell under thee, and the worms cover thee. Simply put, what's going into this man's infrastructure. It's at a deep reading, especially in the United States, down on the street.
Yeah.
Even over here too.
Yeah, here too.
But they're not fixing or rebuilding things the way they should be. They cut corners on a lot of things.
Yeah, the roads is bad. Yeah, the infrastructure, these bridges.
Yeah.
They're like some of these bridges are like 50, 60 years old.
Canada's a lot better than the States, but yeah. Still, but Canada's a lot better.
What makes it work is because we get hard winters too.
Yeah, that's right.
Things break down easier, but they're pretty good. They're always doing construction.
Yeah, they
Yes.
are. Yep, they are.
Canada's really
Okay.
So, verse 12 it says, How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning, how art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations. And that's right. Fallen from heaven. You know, your lofty status, your pinnacle of greatness.
Yep.
You know, Lucifer, illuminated one, on the left side. You know, for you bug out Christians. See, that's talking about Satan, right? No bearer of light on the left hand side, man.
they're saying, oh, Satan is the angel of music. Yeah.
Well, no.
You got anybody and everybody that can make a TikTok say, you know, to play some music. You know, that's music in the house. That's where it's beautiful that we have the spirit.
Yes.
Yes, everything is covered. We're about to approach midnight. Everything is dark. We're in nighttime right now. But the Lord has the oil in your eyes.
Yep.
You have that light. You know, your eyes are like that. Cyclops. You know?
See, it's true because most people are like zombies because
Yeah.
you can't even reason with people. It doesn't even make sense. Our knowledge is too high for them.
That's why I said, that's why you
It's a swine.
which means you can give somebody that's so stupid something so precious. They're too stupid to realize it's
Exactly. Yep.
precious. So why waste your time?
Don't waste your time.
You know, we're here, and it's a trick bag because we're out here in the foolishness of preaching.
That's
It's
right.
like a stumbling block. Like, oh yeah, right. If this is the top knowledge, why are you guys out here on the corner?
On the corner.
That's the Lord's stumbling block. But at the same time, if you really hear what we're talking about, you never heard this information because before we came into truth, we never heard this information. You know, so it's the Lord's work.
Hey, and the information we have is what's the word? It's immersing the world. Now the world is talking like us. Now the world is acting like us. You'll see these pastors now, they have readers now in their church. I'm like, when did you guys have readers? Yeah, read? I'm like, what? I'm like, yo, our knowledge, you see people going into etymology now, people going into the blue letter now. I'm like, what? People telling you, get the meaning for that word. I'm like, what's happening? The world is changing, man. The world is changing.
These contemplated so-called red pill guys.
Oh, yeah. Nobody.
So now all these guys like they have an impression created and shit.
The only thing they used to do was teach men how to pick up girls. That's what they used to do. Their YouTube was never what you see now on checking women and revealing the nature of women. They never used to do that. They used to only have pickup artists, PUAs. They only used to do PUAs in the streets. That's all they used to do. That's it. PUA. You're right, Elder. PUA. I remember those days. They used to go to the malls and go here and show how much bitches they can get. It's true.
Verse 13, it says, "For thou hast said in my heart, I will ascend into heaven, and I will exalt my throne from the stars, from the sun, the destination among the mount, the congregation, and the signs of the north."
Yeah, which is the heavens is talking about the Shemayim.
That's right.
Firmament.
That's right.
That's some of the Christians go that ain't seen went to heaven. You know? No, man. It says earth as Satan walks among the earth, throughout the earth in Job 1. Yeah, and he's the son of the Most High.
That's right. And he's on point.
Yeah.
He ain't going off. Oh man.
Verse 14, it says, "I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, I will be like the Most High. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall verily look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms?"
And now Satan's a man. What are we talking
Because
Wacky tacky.
Wacky tacky. Wacky tacky.
That made the world as a wilderness, and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of prisoners. All the kings of the nations, even all of them,
I know no spiritual demon never put me in prison. Right? The person that puts us in prison is a Caucasian. I know the people who slam the gavel, Caucasians. I know the people who own the prisons, the prison industrial complex. Damn devils, right?
all the kings of the nations, even all of them, lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch. And as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword, that go down to the stones of the pit, as a carcass trodden on the feet.
Yep.
Thou shalt not be joined with them in burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. If their slaughter for its children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world.
Hey, the Christians have to answer that scripture. What about the seed of evildoers? Who was that talking about? Because the scripture, what the brother Gabar just read is letting you know that the seed of evildoers will never be blessed. Never. So where's their through Christ there's acceptance and forgiveness. What about the seed of evildoers? Come on, man, stop it, man. Stop it. Stop it.
He is risen.
He is risen.
And you got this new wave of people, young people on TikTok trying to break down scripture.
Yeah. Yep. Stupid. Yep.
All you guys, today we're with the Luke, or you're just doing the front to back, Genesis, AX, just reading some points you like and talk about. But you're actually adding surcharges onto yourself. You're billing yourself now with judgment.
Judgment.
You got women teachers.
Yep.
Paul's against that. He told Timothy.
Fine.
Book of 2 Timothy.
Fine.
Right? I suffer not a woman to teach.
LGBT teachers.
Yep. Yeah. Safe space.
Safe space.
Proclaiming that they're ordained.
Yeah, they're ordained. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they're ordained.
They're one of the chosen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Con.
Proverbs 3 and 33.
And that shows you, man, there's just more judgment on these people. That's all it is. You're playing with the both sides word. You're better off just get the book of the dead. Get the keeper he gets. Just work around with that.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't mess with the scripture.
Don't play with the scriptures, man. Get a Ouija board.
Get all the subscribers.
Yeah, get it. Get the book of the law. Tell him, get King James demonology.
then sometimes you'll see a video and there'll be like a demonic spirit, and then you'll see people say, in Jesus' name, I rebuke this energy. I'm not rebuke this,
Yeah.
this video. You idiots, man.
And more spiritual.
Yeah.
Psalms 50. Psalms 50, verse 16. But unto the wicked, Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai said, what hast thou to do to declare my statutes? Or that thou shouldest take my covenant in thy mouth? Right, we use this we use this scripture on Esau, right? But we're talking about people, period, quoting scriptures, reading from the book.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And they're not for one. Elder Apostle Tara always says, the only Christians can be Israelites. You know, verse 17. Seeing thou hatest instruction and castest my words behind thee, right? You Edomites, you don't have to put on your daughter bill. In God we trust. You say God bless America, right? But everything you do is contrary to the Most High Yahweh. Right? You got Skittles kids' rights. You know, you got this rainbow flag all over the place, right? Yeah.
In the Catholic, like a brother could Google it, where they crowned Mary, right? So now they exalted Mary in the Catholic Church, right? You could Google it. Oh, the crowning of Mary. So they put Mary on the same level as the Most High and Yahushua. The crowning of Mary. That's wickedness, man.
It says the Catholic Church, the coronation of Mary, is a traditional act of devotion, often celebrated during the month of May. Where an image or a statue of the Virgin Mary is crowned with a wreath of flowers and other symbols. This is seen as a way to honor Mary as the Queen of Heaven.
Queen of Heaven.
Wow.
And recognize her role in the history of salvation.
Hey, but where's the Christian apologetics?
Right.
Where are they?
Right.
Yeah. Vocab, where you at?
You know? Stop it, man.
You should be making videos on that.
Huh?
Right? Did you proclaim you're a defender of the faith?
That's right.
Right? That's your self-proclamation. Right? You call that out, vocab. That's it. I have a precept. Luke 11:27. And it reads, and it came to pass, as he spake these things, right? I wish I was speaking. A certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said unto him, blessed is the womb that bare thee, and the paps which thou hast sucked. Right? So this woman came to that Queen of Heaven by it. You know, she was exalting the woman. Blessed is the woman that bare you. Blessed are the breasts that you suckled on. Right? What was Yahweh's response? But he said, yeah, rather, blessed are they that hear the word of Yahweh and keep it. Wow. Right? So that Queen of Heaven spirit is off, man. Right? Yeah, that's not.
I'm a precept. It's in Romans.
Hey, that Queen of Heaven spirit is so strong, it's stopping us from being men, our whole community, because it makes it hard for men to put even your mother into order, right? Mom, no, you're going off. Grandma, no, you're going off, because they've become teachers of the scriptures when the law is not even for them. You're the lawyer, you're the judge, and you, as a so-called Black, Latino, Native American, you no longer take up that authority because you leave it up to the woman, up to your mother, up to your grandma, when that's not even their place. It's not even their place. And it's not to denigrate them, but it's just for you to understand your role. You're the judge.
Romans 1:3, concerning his son, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, our Lord, which was made of the seed of David according to the flesh. So Mary and Joseph had sex. That's all Yahweh Shai did.
Later on, saying that she's not only the virgin, she's the ever virgin. Meaning she never had sex in her whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit.
Like trying to make it completely, you know,
Con,
pure and
con, immaculate.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
right? So that's another thing. And then, Catholics,
That's right.
vicar means the substitute. Acting the place of the outside.
Where's that?
So you Christians don't call anything else. Man. You just call Israelites.
This Jeremiah 7:18. The children gathered wood, and the fathers kindled the fire, and the woman knead their dough to make cakes to the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offering unto gods, unto other gods, that they may provoke her anger. So Isis, like all them fucking that Queen of Heaven
That's
spirit.
right, man. Semiramis.
Semiramis and all that.
Even Eve.
Diana.
Eve. Yeah. Eve was the first. Eve is the top one. That's right. She's the top. That's the top one, man. She's the woman that started the rebellion. She's the woman. She's the woman that said, no, worship me. Because her job was to be subject to Adam. And she said, no, you're going to worship me instead. Because the serpent told you. The serpent said, I'm above you.
Isaiah 32:10. Many days and years shall you be troubled, you careless woman, for the venture shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. So that's why a lot of these women are losing certain government benefits. A lot of women in America are losing jobs.
Yeah, that's right. And Canada.
In Canada.
Yeah.
So a lot of our, like a lot of so-called black women, Judah, or not the Issachar, but like mainly the house of Judah, man, they're losing their jobs.
That's right.
So tremble you women that are Eve, be trouble you careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gather sackcloth unto their loins. They shall lament for the teeth, for the pleasant field, for the fruit of the barn. Well, that's pretty much it. I have what verse 3.
So just like the woman weeping for Tammuz.
That's right.
They actually had to get in the state of crying when they lost their son.
Yep.
As a pagan ritual.
Yep.
Jakes, man, you're still doing the same thing and worse, really. That's why the judgment is going to be unprecedented. That's the word Esau uses. This is an unprecedented event. There's an unprecedented event coming to this planet, man. Okay? Something that you couldn't even think of. How can people turn so cruel against each other and all this chaos, the carnage? You know?
It says Proverbs 8:4. Unto you, O men, are called, and my voice to the sons of men. Nine. The Lord not giving these women, these feminists, and all this whole agenda, what they push around the world.
But you have feminine Israelites.
Yes.
They carry that concept of
Shalom. The damn daughters of Sarah. You see them on TikTok.
Yep.
You know, they're showing themselves.
Yep.
They're dancing.
Yep.
Celebrating.
Yep. Then you hear them trying to break scriptures down to brothers. I'm like, what the heck? What's going on here? This is crazy.
She got her head wrapped.
Whoa.
Yeah.
From the Bible. Breaking it down.
Breaking it down.
Quote unquote breaking it down. And we know she's not breaking it down.
Huh?
But she's just playing her role. You know? That's off, man.
You see them on TikTok. Their bio cash up.
Yeah, they have the cash apps too. And then they'll tell you, oh, I'm celibate. No,
Yes.
You're supposed to be getting with a brother. See, these women don't want to play their real role. Right? There's brothers here, right, all throughout the world that you should be busting it open for.
Yep.
That's your role.
You should be approaching a brother
That's right.
humbly, right? Not proud.
And
Shout face.
and not on brothers' videos saying shalom
Yeah.
for 1 whole year.
Yeah.
How long are you gonna say shalom?
Yeah.
How long?
That's right.
Shalom, shalom, every life. Shalom, shalom. The heck, come bust it open.
Figure it out and give us some, like,
Choose up.
yeah, man.
Choose up.
Try to give us some, like fucking like donation.
Something. Do something. Do something. The heck, shalom.
Isaiah 4:1. In that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man. Say,
I ain't seen them in the lives now, man.
under our own
No, hold on. When it first started, I'm like, yo, women are waking up.
Yeah.
But now it's just becoming a theme. Like, they're just every
Yeah.
live.
Yeah.
Get out of here, man. Do something. A woman is supposed to be helpful, man. She's a help means. So if you're not, that means you're not being a woman.
Proverbs 31.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, Proverbs 31. Come on, man.
From AI too. And there's multiple different brothers' lives here. That's off in itself.
That's off.
So
Yeah.
watching the brothers, watching all the brothers.
Multiple brothers.
That's off.
Shalom. Multiple brothers, man. That's off, man. You choose a brother, and that's it.
You cannot watch any other brother.
Exactly.
Like you could text us, or sorry, not sorry, like you can't text on YouTube, or but like you could contact certain brothers,
Right.
No, but what the brother's saying, if she's watching one brother, you can contact that brother through the YouTube.
Yeah.
Because you're only speaking to that one
Right.
man.
Right. Shalom is you I'm looking. Straight. It's you I'm looking. And the
Simple.
brother be like, all right, here's my email or whatever.
Simple.
And the talks begin. But she's watching 10 brothers.
That's off.
Yeah, man.
That's off. That's spiritual adultery right there, man. What are you doing? As a woman, you're only supposed to be fed by one man.
Right. That's right.
You're supposed to only be fed knowledge and penis by one man.
That's right.
You're doing too much, man. They're what is known as cheerleaders.
Yeah.
You don't need cheerleaders. I don't need a cheerleader, bro.
Isaiah 13:12. Make a vow for persons that find gold, even a man is a golden record. Because look, a lot of girls don't even want it.
True.
So at that time,
True. That's true
you're
as well.
gonna wait for that time when all hell breaks loose. You're really pushing.
True.
You're really pushing the threshold.
True.
True. Like it's not like we're here campaigning, yo, we need women.
Nope.
Brother, speaking of balance, but you guys are just sitting there, just chilling, getting fed all this information. You don't have to go on the highways, right? You're not constantly. That's why the brother's saying the least you can do is donate. That's the least you can do.
Are they learning to sew up? Because if you are, did you make a brother a garment? And to the sisters that have, because I've heard of sisters that have done that, shalom, salute to you.
Yeah, because it says Proverbs 31, she's working with her hands. The women that pick up the crochet,
Right.
Yeah.
they do certain things. I'm talking about in the world.
Right.
So you sisters in the truth. That's why the spirit is heavy on the men, but the spirit gets on you women as well.
That's right, man.
Because some of you ain't right. Maybe a lot of you.
Very true, huh?
First Timothy. Some of you women that come from IUIC, secret leader GMS, from GOCC,
Yes.
you better be humble that the Lord can deal with you to receive this information.
That's right.
First Timothy 2:9.
Right.
In like manner also that women are learning from modern apparel and shamefacedness and surprises to be on TikTok or Instagram. They're making shalom, God and Sarah and all that shit. And sobriety, and embroidered hair and gold and pearl and constant rain. But with
Hey, and we brothers of GMS, we're not even asking of you what these other guys ask of you. You have some of these camps, their women have to wear all white. Some of them have to wear. We're not asking none. We're not doing none of that.
Nope.
We're just saying if you are watching us, and since a lot of women are watching us, exactly what the elder said, man. Are you making a garment? What are you doing? Do something, man.
what which cometh woman
What?
professing godliness with good works. Let the woman
Good
learn.
works.
Good works.
Professing godliness with good works, not just shalom. Shalom.
Every damn life.
It says, let the woman learn and serve false objection. What I serve not the woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was first formed, then Eve. For Adam was not deceived, or the woman is deceived, or is betrayed.
Hey, that's the worst you can tell a woman not to talk to you in a certain way. Because the first thing that they say, who are you to tell me what to do? Who are you?
Yes.
But when Dick is trouble, we will see.
Yeah. You're drinking that Queen of Heaven feminism wine
Yep.
in Esau's bizarro matrix world.
Mhm.
That's why you women talk like that.
Hey, just like us men, we had to put away that simping spirit.
Mhm.
We had to put away, oh, she's on the pedestal.
Yep.
You gotta do the same thing.
Yes.
You gotta put off that. Oh, I'm the prize.
I was just
I'm
gonna
the-
say
Yeah.
that. Just
No.
gonna say that.
The man is the prize.
Just gonna say that.
The man is the prize. That's right.
And sometimes the spirit gets on us, but the spirit's only getting on us to test you to see if you're really above it.
Yeah.
We get hard, but we just want to see, is it going to trigger the demon that's inside of them? Or are they going to be humble to the aggression?
Mhm.
Just to see. And that's the best way to test them. Right? Just to see. Let me see if she's really feminine. Go make me a segment.
Yeah.
Who you talking to? Okay, say no more. Say no more. Sometimes that aggression is just there just to test.
Yep.
I don't really mean it because remember, when you have a good woman, you're gonna be soft. You're gonna be sweet. It's a woman, man.
Yes.
But you just want to see.
Mhm.
A real woman likes that masculinity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That turns them
One
on.
of which that
That makes them want to do the utmost.
Agreed.
When you're a little bitch, like they just
Yeah, no.
don't care.
Con,
One of my friends was telling me the other day,
you're happy.
was telling me the other day that her baby daddy, he was like a simp. And that's kind of why she didn't want to be with him. Like she
Yep.
didn't like that energy.
It's a
She
fact.
liked the
It's just a
that
fact.
It's a
She
fact.
could get anything out of it.
Yep.
You know, sometimes you gotta be masculine in this world.
That's right.
And women like that.
I remember it's in the word woman, right? When you go to the
To help her
on the other line, it says, servant.
servant.
So you're not supposed to serve men.
Hey, it's just like animals. Remember, we have fear of animals now, which means that animals will never respect us
Mhm.
because animals deal with hierarchy and they can sense it.
Fun.
That's what makes them humble,
Yes.
right? Even among each other, animals have to sense that assertiveness, and most people don't have it, right? Like when you're scared of a dog, the dog will come to you because the dog knows, okay,
Yes.
this person's scared of me.
Mhm.
You have to have that.
Those videos of the silverback gorillas. you watch
Hey,
them?
Con.
The man said, yo,
There's
the man just walked in.
what?
Show.
One of the brothers made a
No,
video.
it's like there's one where the guy sat down, the silverback king, sat right behind him.
Yes.
He put his back showing him, yo, you can't do shit to me.
God.
Holy.
He sat behind him, yo, you couldn't do shit if you wanted to.
I think one of the brothers made a video. We say, you see a silverback, see how humble he is, but when he gets mad, you better fucking,
You better get out.
you better get out.
Yeah, all you people talking about 100 men this.
Isaiah
I'll pay
4,
to watch that.
Isaiah 4:1. And that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread.
Yeah, meaning they're gonna come check you. You might even like Impossible Bar. I remember years ago, like 2008 or 9. He's like, there's gonna come a time and point where you're gonna have to grab a log to cast them, you know, to hit them on, to make them back up.
Yeah, like
They're
Usher,
gonna be come checking.
like Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because a lot of women are going to tell us their problems and they're going to show us their wicked shit that's in their mind. And you're going to be like, you know what? You fall back to some of this.
What the Spirit's gonna tell you.
Hey, what's that British group from back in the day? Is it Rolling Stones? The Beatles. Sorry, the Beatles. Watch videos of the Beatles. They would women
Yep.
would chase them in the streets. In the streets. That's how it's gonna be for us.
The majority of groupies, they were teens.
Mm,
I know he
yeah.
talks about that.
That's a big thing. That's actually like a fact. Like they'll tell you, yeah, they're 15, 16.
Yes.
You know, like
13,
yeah.
12. Yep.
And that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying,
Because those are stars. So at that time, when the Israelite man of the elect, he's going to be a star.
That's right.
Okay, it's gonna go in reverse. Like I said, man, like how about Shimon Shaq gives us the eyesight to see some of the people's spirit. In that day, it's gonna be multiplied. So the woman might come and you just see she's a demon. Like, don't even talk to her.
Con,
You know,
con.
like a lot of you women, you're gonna have to be lucky in the spirit
That's right.
to even hook up with a man of the Lord.
That's right.
You know,
That's right.
tables are gonna turn, man.
That's right. We'll eat our own bread
Like these women every day they get bombarded with compliments.
every day.
Instagram,
DMs.
on,
Yeah.
on the street,
On social
so
media.
beautiful.
On social
They're just so inflated. In
Mhm.
that time, that's how the men of the Lord are going to be. They're going to become checking you.
Tinder.
Yes,
Mhm.
everything.
These women are winning right now.
Mhm.
They're
They're
winning.
going to be trying to chop you.
We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reward. So it's not going to be so bad. I'm gonna try to search like for the men of the great Muslim and the like-minded brothers. Because it's gonna be so bad. Because these guys, these regular kids who's out here wreaking havoc right now. You know, like these, like Jake is killing their wives and shit like that. You know, so they're gonna want to come after us.
Well, the scripture says knowledge and wisdom shall be the stability of that time. So that should let you know that knowledge is going to be a currency. That's going to be our currency. So men who have that are, it's like I heard this old Jake talking today. He was talking to a lady and he said something. He was like, I don't know what this world is going to look like in 50 years. Well, as a man, you should know. So that's currency. And I laughed to myself in my head because I'm like, you're never supposed to talk like that to a woman because you're letting her know you lack. You're lacking. They're lacking. Good. I don't know what's going to happen in 50 years.
Yeah, wise man foresees the evil and hideth himself. Okay, the Lord is going to hide his word. He's going to hide the truth.
That's right.
Okay, it's going to be a complete blackout. And that's when it gets real spooky.
Real speak.
It's gonna be like a book of Eli.
Okay, it's
Guys,
even going to
yep.
be worse.
It's gonna be
because-
worse.
because you're going to have. They didn't show the spirits. Different spirits messing with people.
Yep.
Apparitions.
Apparitions.
They didn't show Leviathan. Like it's going to get crazy. That's how men's hearts will feel.
Fail them.
Things are going to happen. They just die of stress. You know, there's some people that die of working out hard. Right? It's been in the news lately. This person died. He went to the gym. So you overstress your body.
Yep.
Yo, you're gonna be so overstressed, you're just gonna die. And that's if you're lucky. That's if the most high takes you serious. You know?
Hey, this is
Just like in Revelation 9, it tells you World War I, right? That's what the prophet said. World War I. They seek death and it fled from them.
oh yes,
They seek
it's
to
in the
die
scriptures.
and
That's
it
right.
fled from them. You know what terrifying that is?
Damn. Yeah. This is Luke 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon and in the stars and upon the earth, distress of nations with perplexity, the sea and the waves roaring, men's hearts failing them for fear and for looking after those things which are coming on the earth. For the powers of the heaven shall be shaken.
Isaiah 60.
Yeah, the word perplex in the Greek is alkorio, which means to be without resources, right? To be in straits, right? To be left wanting,
That's what's coming.
to be embarrassed, to be in doubt, not to know which way to turn, right? To be at loss with oneself. Right?
That's right now. Those are the videos everyone's making. Everyone's making videos like that right now on TikTok, crying.
Yeah, they either make those ones or some of them have like satire where they'll be like waking up in 2026. Yeah. And they'll be like, oh, I just woke out of my car. Yeah, rent's too high, I can't afford it. You know, like satire.
Like, you know what's good?
But they know in the spirit that it's coming.
It's like, you know what's good? On the whole floor, I'm like, reading, and showing all this stuff that's going on in America, and the woman, and he always opens
this brother said years ago. He said they're gonna have to turn to Southern Advance.
Yeah. Yep.
I remember we did a video on it years ago about prostitution coming back.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So it says in the Strongs, to have no way out, example, be at a
Good.
loss mentally.
He had a loss
Mentally.
Yeah, because like,
Con.
because
Con.
right now, like, these
Con.
women are out there, are here selling themselves. They're doing on they have the OF and all that shit, man.
Which AI is going to take
Yeah, yeah.
over OF. AI is going to take over a lot of entertainment. A lot of the majority of people, you're not going to have jobs. You're going to serve no purpose. All right, just like Agent Smith in the Matrix, right? He's like, there's purpose.
Hey, they'll probably make a TikTok adult to where women can strip, do stuff, and men send them money and gifts. Who knows?
It's happening right now.
It's not even going to be women. It's going to be AI. It's just
Con.
gonna be, create your girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what they're
True.
doing. Isaiah 60:1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen unto thee. See, the Lord set people living on this place, so when the lights turn off, they see you're done, right? Like we always bring up the point about when you use your cell phone, or when the Rogers goes out, or the bell goes out, or the network, people are bugging out for 30 minutes. You know? Okay, it's back. Okay, yeah. Everything's good.
Did you see OLG? OLG was it Friday?
Oh, wow.
Either Thursday or Friday. Every single OLG machine was down for the whole day.
Wow.
Every single OLG.
Serious.
And for you people in the States, that's our lottery system. Every single one was out 24 hours until the next day.
All three on the line, like on the phone now.
Yep.
For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. And the Lord shall arise unto thee, upon thee, and his glory shall be seen unto thee. So the light is going to have the light. Because these guys are, but these 2/3, these evil and these evil minds are going to be gross darkness.
That's a prayer we say during certain majority high holidays. We say Barakatah Yahweh, Ahawa'ad,
Tananawa.
Lara.
Yeah.
Lara, we said that blood out in the camp.
Oh, yeah,
that means light. To
Yeah,
see.
like.
So blessed is you, Yahweh, that gives us the light to see. That's like that Robert Wine story.
Hey, and now, if brothers are using their spiritual eye, you can see we're in the time of the 5 virgins, man. The 5 wise, 5 foolish. You can see these guys trying to steal oil. But it's so funny that they can't get it. The oil can't be stolen. That guy's funny, man. And they're saying, oh, sell us this. I can't sell it to you because I never bought it.
I can't create a leak. We can't leak oil. It's precious, man.
Yeah, it's very precious. Very precious.
That's the old one, but I think it's good fast. I'll just bring it out.
Change the spirit. Go back.
This is going into the whole women trying to get them off you. This is our first Sabbath.
Like the elder says, there's lessons and lessons.
So Samuel chapter 1, verse 18, verse 16, and it says, and King David, and it came to pass, as they came, when David was returned from the slaughter of the Philistines, that the women came out of all cities of Israel, singing and dancing to meet King Saul with tabrets, with joy, and with instruments of music. And the women answered one another as they played, and said, Saul is slain his thousands, and David is 10,000. And Saul was very wroth, and the saying displeased him. And he said, they have prescribed unto David 10,000s, and to me we have prescribed for thousands. And what can he have more of the kingdom? Going into the women worshiping you.
Yep. And that spirit of Saul has always penetrated GMS. You have certain men that want to be praised, that want to be worshipped. This thing of ours is not about that. We're not going to be exalted yet. Those Don't worry about being exalted. Worry about staying faithful and true. Don't worry about being exalted.
Yahusha got to get his first, man.
Yeah, he got to get his first, man.
We're just infantry, man. We're soldiers. Right? He said be a good soldier. He didn't say be a good sergeant,
Yeah.
a general.
Yeah.
Okay, even though throughout the ranks you have sergeants, captains, 10, 20, whatever. But the point is we're soldiers.
That's right, man.
A soldier's life is gritty. A soldier's life is not with pain and praise. You gotta survive the war and come back for that shit. You gotta come back to the street parading like an angel world. Not in this society. This society, you become homeless. That's a soldier. But in the ancient world, you hear the trumpets, you have to go through the mud.
Yeah.
You have to go through all the fucking madness, right, man? Survive and then come to the war.
That's the posted earlier this week on medieval warfare.
Yeah.
That was serious.
That's serious, man.
That's too much. That's a bad chance.
Yo, think about us now when we're lifting weights. You lift weights. I don't know. Everybody can do a certain amount of curls. Maybe a 50-pound. You have 250 pounds. Yo, back in the day, some swords weighed more than 50 pounds. That's crazy. A man's unwielding. Yo, what the hell?
They said that around the bowstring, the English bowstring, I think it was like 10 feet. 10 feet. It took 100 pounds of force to just pull it back.
Holy fuck.
And you're doing that, you're not doing that 10 times, you're doing that like 1,000 times.
What? And you're going like this. You don't kind of bullshit.
Those videos that he goes in about the peasants, archers, history. But children have to learn. They pretty much trained up children in archery. He took me this, you're going to be an archer. Children, they said that.
Hey, no pictures, man. Think you're slick.
They said that they got bone deformities because they shouldn't have been doing that when they were
so young.
Right?
They were still developing? Okay.
They were like preteen.
This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 3. Therefore, your hardness as a good soldier of the Mashiach Yahushua, no man that warreth pretend himself confers his life. That he may please him who hath chosen him to be a soldier. If a man also strive for masteries, yet he is not wrong except in his life.
Soldiers, you meet a woman in that land, every day, you mom them, she has a child, you're not around for that child.
No.
If you have a duty, you're doing your duty. You might come back later with whatever situation that the land is.
True.
But that way, you get your rocks on, but I got a duty to do.
True.
I got a job.
True.
And we're not pushing that deadbeat spirit like you jackasses. You like talk shit to your mess up. We're just giving you the real.
It's just the real.
It's just the real, bro. Because a lot of men's children are not going to make it. It's just the reality.
It's just the reality.
Your mother, your father, whoever the case is. We're coming in that time that the Lord, He's dividing the lambs from the goats, the wicked from the righteous.
Yeah.
Okay? And it's a sharp divide. There's no gray area.
There's no gray areas. Do the sifting.
The word soldier there in the Greek, right? The brother read. No, I got it. It says a common soldier, a metaphor, a champion of the cause of Yahushua. So, become a champion. You're not a champion. You got to become a champion. We're not champions yet.
No.
Okay, it's like the boxer. He's coming through the ranks. You got to fight this guy. You got to fight that guy. You got to fight the contract corruption. The different corrupt. There's a lot of corruption in boxing. Yeah, you got to go, and then he becomes the champion. And then he becomes the A side. There's the A side, there's the B side. The red corner and the blue corner. There's different perks. One gets more shares of the purse or whatever.
Yes.
That's determined once you earn it.
Yes.
You might be the slickest. I want to fight the champion, but no, you got to fight these guys. Then you get it.
Yes. And I don't think you could just beat the champion like that. The refs are going to side with the champion. You got to literally knock the champion out. Clean, exactly.
Yeah, Con. Yeah. Doing dirty shit. He's calling you on.
Yes.
The champ knows how to do shit. The ref doesn't see.
Yeah.
You know, the ref might be. There's a lot of fights, bro. The guy's on you. The ref behind the guy. You hit him in the balls. The ref didn't see.
The ref didn't see.
The guy's like, yo. The ref's like, fight on.
Yeah.
Put your guard up. There's been times where guys been like, yo, what's up? The ref's like, put your hands up. The guy's boom.
Boom.
The guy say, hey, what did he say? Hands up at all times.
At all times. You're in the
That's what he tells you,
ring.
hands up at all times.
Did you hear the bell? Nope.
Clinching you, suspect, twisting your arm, and he knows how to do it. So that's what I'm twisting.
Yep.
Headbutts, man. That's why you. Man might hit you with a shoulder. He might hit you. Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. The camera's there, but they're not going back to see what the footage is.
That's right.
It's live at the moment. That's right. It's not like soccer, you know?
Yeah.
We got to see the replay.
Yeah.
Hey, man, it can be so unfair. You're dead tired, you know?
Yeah, bro.
You went to a foreign land to fight. You're dead tired. You got cut up. It's not fair, but you still got to go through it.
Yep.
And that's the best champion.
Hey, you know what you just said? It's not fair. But we still got yo, it's not fair, bro. It's not fair. I can sit here, we can make videos about it's not fair, about shit we've been through. And it's not fair, but guess what? Still got to be on the highways, bro.
I'm a precept. Matthew 10:35. For I'm come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother.
Hey, and those videos about it being not fair, it's not righteousness to you brothers. We need to produce videos about exhortation, man. Edify. We got 100% prophecy. We don't got time for that woe is me shit, man. That woe is me spirit. I'm sorry. Nothing is woe is me.
Job was crying, and once I gird up, man.
Damn.
Right?
And he was
Crying.
catching.
Yeah, he was catching. He wants to know gird up. Right? It's true.
And the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law, and a man's foe shall be dead of his own household. He that loveth father.
Hey, and you know what you call that? That separation goes into to different ideologies. Everybody in this society believes something different. One person is a Catholic, one person is a Buddhist. You have people that are red party, blue party. Everybody in this society is divided by these different lines, right? So nobody is together. Everyone is just separate. You have people that took the Beetlejuice, people that didn't take the Beetlejuice. Everybody's just different.
A man's foe shall be dead of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. He that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me.
And that doesn't mean you go home and you abuse your children, though. It doesn't mean that. You know? Yeah, we love our seeds, we love our children, but the truth is at the forefront of our mind. You know, this work. You know, we're gonna miss things, we're gonna miss events with our children. Events, we might have to go to a play or whatever. Some of us have children doing extracurricular activities. You're gonna miss out of that, man. You know?
When a woman comes and says, it's either me or the brothers, it's either us or them, you know? But hey, when it's Passover, you know, there are certain holy days.
That's right.
You know, there's highways, that's right. Do videos, right. Study, being in the spirit. Right. If you feel your spirit's being quenched, you gotta draw back and you know, like these little nuances. You gotta pick up on it.
Hey, that's why one of our favorite lines is from the movie Heat.
Yeah.
Right? When you feel the heat, got to be able to drop everything.
Spot the heat around the corner. Drop everything in under 30 seconds.
Damn.
And he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. So these guys that fell out, these guys who are a part of the camp, they fell out too. He that findeth his life shall trust, because you got brothers that try to justify themselves. You're not going to be able to justify yourself. We're prisoners, right? In jail, can you justify yourself?
No.
You're in prison, you're in max prison, you know? And you got to deal with a lot of shit.
I didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
He that findeth his life shall lose it. He that loseth his life Why say shall find?
Hey, like us, because we feel like we found ourselves, but we feel like we're losing ourselves in this world. But we feel like we got it. And we're like, yo, we've never been so alive. But at the same time, it's just like, yo, we're being killed as well. Shit, it's different, man. We've never been through nothing like this before because we're being built up spiritually. We don't know what this is. This is new territory for us, man.
This is Micah 7:9 NLT. I will be patient as the Lord Yahweh punishes me, for I have sinned against him. But after that, he will take up my case and give me justice for all I have suffered from my enemies.
Right, because the scriptures say our righteousness is as work.
Filthy rags.
Man. So we've gone on. So what the hell? The affliction we catch, first of all, it's ordained by the Most High Yahweh.
That's right.
And we're going to go through things. Okay, I want him to get tested like this.
Damn.
You got to hug him.
Hey, just like you brothers are mentioned in the boxing, sometimes you have to hug the guy. And, yo, you're just trying to catch a breath, and the man's what?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yo, the man's still killing you with body shots. Yo, you're like, bro, I can't catch a breath. Oh,
Sometimes like you're gonna take a knee. That's another thing. Instead of getting knocked out, you take a knee.
Yeah.
He'll give you a 8-9 count.
Yeah. Yeah.
7-8 count.
It says 1 Timothy 6.
It says, but after that, he will take up my case and give me justice for all I have suffered from my enemies. The Lord Yahweh will bring me into the light, and I will see his righteousness. And my enemies will see that the Lord is on my side. They will be ashamed that they taunted me, and saying, where is the Lord, that power of yours? With mine own eyes I will see their downfall. They will be trampled. Well, that's a Judas NLT. Yeah, it says, with my own eyes I will see their downfall. They will be trampled like mud in the streets.
1 Timothy 6:12. Fight the good fight of faith. Hold on eternal life. Whereunto thou art also called.
Fight the good fight of faith. It's a fight. It's faith. You know, it's a daily uphill battle. 24/7. The minute you open your eyes and you throw up your prayers, when you wake up, it's a fight.
that we can't see.
Right. Got it.
We can't see it. We don't see the hits, but we're getting hit.
I have professed a good profession before many witnesses. It's a fight. It's a spiritual war.
All right. So with that, just want to give all praises, glory, and honor to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakodash.
Double honors to the apostles and elders of great most of the GMS. Shalom. Teach well. And shalom unto the whole collect.
Shalom.
Kwam Yashala.
Kwam Yashala. Abba.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Oh, that